Casino Square wakes up fast. The morning sun hits the marble steps. The hotel flags sway in a breeze, and the familiar echo of high-rev engines starts pulling tourists toward the center of the plaza. Every few minutes, another supercar slides in, and the whole crowd shifts to follow the sound. The first arrival is a Ferrari SF90 Straydale. Matte red carbon trim, and plate numbers that look custom because they are. The woman driving it steps out with the kind of confidence that fits the car. Calm, focused, and completely aware of the attention she's drawing. She doesn't look back at the Ferrari. She doesn't need to. It already stole the scene. A Porsche 911 Turbo S rolls in next, its exhaust giving off a sharp, clean tone. The driver parks with one smooth motion, grabs her leather bag, and moves toward the hotel as if this is just another Monday. For her, it is. Crowds build as a Lamborghini Huracan Technica turns into the square. The car's angles catch every patch of sunlight. As the door opens, cameras lift. The driver steps out in simple black sunglasses and a white blazer, the kind of minimalist style that says she lives here, and she's not impressed by the attention. Within minutes, the square is a full runway of women arriving in machines that most people only see in magazines. No one rushes. No one shows off. This is Monaco. The cars do the talking on their own. Down at Port Hercule, the energy shift from sharp city buzz to a slower, richer rhythm. Mega-yachts tower over the water, each one with its own crew, security line, and polished chrome details. Parked along the waterfront are supercars that could double as art installations. People walk by them casually, as if they're part of the street design. A McLaren 720S glides into a small open spot. The doors rise, and the driver steps out with sunglasses in one hand and a phone full of messages in the other. She's known among locals as someone who never stays in one time zone for long. Monaco, Dubai, Singapore. She treats them all like neighborhood stops, and the 720S is her consistency. Light fast and always ready. Nearby, a Rolls-Royce Cullinan black badge sits idling. The driver leans forward, checking something on the center screen before stepping out. Everything about the Cullinan looks intentional. The dark grille, the polished wheels, the quiet presence. Even in a row of supercars, it stands out without trying. That's the point. A few steps away, two friends arrive in a Bentley Continental GTC. They drop the top as soon as they park, letting the ocean breeze roll through the interior. They chat, laugh, take a picture, and walk off toward a yacht that looks large enough to have its own address. Port Hercule isn't about arrivals. It's about belonging. The women here pull up in cars that match their pace and park beside boats that match their lives. The designer district feels like its own movie set. Chanel, Dior, Hermes, and every other luxury name-line the clean streets with storefronts that look more like galleries than shops. But what always steals attention here aren't the displays. It's the cars that fill the curb. A Bugatti Chiron rolls in slowly, its deep blue paint shifting shades as it passes under the sunlight. The sound alone turns heads, but the moment it stops, every phone comes out. The woman driving it steps out without hesitation, carrying herself like she's used to being the center of gravity. She locks the car, checks her reflection in the window, and heads straight toward Hermes as if arriving in a 1,500 horsepower machine is just the normal way to pick up a handbag. Next comes an Aston Martin DBX 707. The SUV looks calm on the outside, but carries more power than most sports cars. The driver parks effortlessly, pops the trunk, and pulls out what looks like an entire list of returns and pickups. She moves with purpose, balancing speed with style, a perfect match for the car she drives. Further down the street, a Maserati Levant Trofeo and a Mercedes-AMG G63 pull up back to back. Two women in sunglasses step out laughing, their arms linked, already talking about which shop they're hitting first. The cars behind them gleam like accessories. The shopping run in Monaco is never just about shopping. The street itself becomes a show, and the cars become part of the luxury experience, loud, bold, and impossible to ignore. Leaving Monaco always feels like stepping into another world. The coastal road opens up with wide views of Mediterranean, cliffs that drop straight into deep blue water, and tunnels carved into the rock like passages in a private racetrack. This stretch is where supercars breathe. A Lamborghini Aventador SVJ leads a charge, its exhaust turning the tunnels into massive echo chambers. Every shift is sharp. Every acceleration is deliberate. The woman behind the wheel handles the car with the kind of control that comes from hours, not weeks, behind the wheel. She's not showing off. She's enjoying the drive. Behind her, a Maserati MC20 follows with two friends inside. The windows are down, hair blowing wildly as they scream and laugh their way through each turn. The MC20 handles the curves like it's built for them, light, agile, and eager to move. Further down the road, a Ferrari Roma glides along, almost silent compared to the others. The driver prefers a calm approach. Smooth steering, steady pace, soaking in the view. The Roma fits that energy perfectly. Then a Porsche Taycan Turbo S joins the group, its electric hum almost surreal against the roar of combustion engines. The driver enjoys the instant torque, pushing forward effortlessly as the sea breeze hits her face. The convoy continues along the coastline like a moving postcard, fast, clean, and flawless. No one's racing. No one's rushing. The goal is simple. Enjoy one of the most beautiful roads in the world and the cars built to match it. Back in Monaco, the day shifts into a slower, softer version of luxury. The harbor glows under the afternoon light. Hotels buzz with quiet activity, and penthouses high above the city start preparing for the evening. This is where the lifestyle behind the cars reveals itself. A Mercedes-AMG GT Black Series is parked outside a yacht entrance, its massive wing catching attention from anyone walking by. The woman who owns it steps out of the yacht's private gate, phone in hand, finishing a call that sounds like business but feels routine to her. Deals, travel, investments, it all blends into the background. The car is her break from the noise. Nearby, a helicopter lifts off from the rooftop pad of the Fairmont, heading toward Nice. A woman watches from her balcony, calm and unbothered, sipping a drink while her Ferrari Portofino sits downstairs waiting for her next move. Along the marina, two friends board a yacht for a late lunch. One left her Bentley Bentayga parked beside the water. The other arrived in a McLaren. They laugh as they step onto the deck, the kind of relaxed laughter that comes from knowing you're exactly where you want to be. Above them, in a penthouse with floor-to-ceiling views, another woman finishes a workout, grabs her keys, and heads toward her Lamborghini Urus, just because she feels like going for a drive. For these women, luxury isn't about the price. It's about the freedom their success gives them, on land, sea, and sky. Where the supercars are loud, the views are unreal, and the women behind the wheel are rewriting the rulebook on luxury and success. If you enjoyed the arrivals, hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment about your favorite supercar in today's video. See you in the next one.